Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is your love reading for March 21st to March 31st. I'm going to pull a Celtic Cross with the Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Puy-Munlaw, and then I'm going to clarify with some oracle cards. We have Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. I'll turn the volume down a bit. Colette Barron reads Wisdom of the Oracle. Denise Lynn's Gateway Oracle cards. Gabrielle Bernstein's Miracles Now. Alana Fairchild's Wild Kuan Yin. Alright, let's get started. This is for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we please get the Celtic Cross in Love and Romance, please, for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 21st to March 31st. What's going on in Virgo's life from March 21st to March 31st? What's going on with Virgo? Can we please get a Celtic Cross for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on with Virgo? One Celtic Cross spread, please, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Situation is the Hierophant. Challenge is Eight of Swords. Consciously Three of Pentacles. Subconscious Knight of Swords. Recent past is the Emperor. Recent future is the Tower. You right now is the Six of Wands. That's good. Around you is Seven of Wands. Hopes and fears, Eight of Pentacles. Outcome, the Fool, a new adventure. Excellent. This is not a perfect reading, but that's okay because it's got good stuff here. We've got the Hierophant speaking to having faith and being committed to someone. Now this can be indicative of marriage. If for some of you, if you are married, has a Taurus energy here. Also it's just speaking to having faith, major institutions, being more traditional, following your traditions that you're raised in that way, having deep roots. Can signify the church, major institutions like law and marriage, all those types of things. Just in its essence, though, it's like it's a symbol of faith, the Hierophant, because traditionally in the tarot they'll put a Pope figure there with two people in front, kind of in a respectful kind of body language towards that spiritual figure, acting as the channel from the divine to the rest of the world. So here in Love and Romance, we're going to see the Hierophant as someone who is committed, it's married energy, fully committed, and very traditional. You've got the Eight of Swords as your challenge. The Eight of Swords is restriction and fear. Fear of what other people will say or think, and this leading you into this kind of mental snare that's leaving you trapped and feeling restricted and fearful. So it's something that's in your mind, and it's based off of, as you see these eight swords. Swords represent the intellect, thought, communications. So this might be other people's views on your life, views on this relationship, an abuse of power, purposely trying to restrict you or leave you in a fearful state, kind of trying to disempower you, make you feel like you wouldn't be able to take care of yourself if they weren't there, kind of energy. I don't know why I went that way, but I just went that way. So something of that nature, and it's saying that it's a mind trick here, and that you just have to take the blindfolds off, get out of that state of flight, fright, freeze. Is it fright, flight, freeze? Oh, whatever. And it was get out of that thing of fight or fright and flight, and then freezing, and then being trapped. So to take the blindfold off, and there is help available. If you need help, get help. Speak to other people, you know, who have no attachment to this kind of situation and can give you some good advice from a clear perspective. Consciously, you've got Three of Pentacles. This could be involving a third-party situation, because this is a love reading, where someone might be stepping out, whether that be you or whether it be somebody else. Now, I feel like with the Hierophant, that probably isn't you. The Three of Pentacles also is a card of an artist, someone who's a craftsman, gets recognition and fame for their abilities, kind of understood that they're the best at what they do. And this is something that's in your mind, day to day, consciously. Subconscious, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can represent someone who is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, unattached energy. As the general energy of the Knight of Swords, aside from being someone of those air signs in their 30s, male, it doesn't have to be those signs. It doesn't have to be male or female. You don't have to pick. The energy of the Knight of Swords is someone who swings their sword first, asks questions later, jumps into something, likes the challenge, likes to win, likes the thrill of the hunt and the chase. Not so much the committed, settle down part. It's more of something that you just are out there to feed your ego, to feel like you got the hottest person in the room, something that looks good on your arm. It's an ego thing. It's with the Knight of Swords in love and romance. It's not something that is committed or where a cup or a heart is in hand. It's a sword. Someone who's not shy though either. They'll speak up and they'll let you know exactly what they want. You know what they're going to stand for, what they're not going to stand for. They're very aggressive kind of in this kind of energy, very confident in this energy as well. So it might be someone like this in your life that's in your hidden feelings, especially with the full moon yesterday, the Libra full moon. This is the 21st that I'm taping. So the 20th was the full moon, Libra full moon. That might be also in your hidden feelings, somebody like this coming back into your thoughts. Or it could be you feeling like you are ready and up for a new challenge in love, wanting to pursue something aggressively for the thrill of it. Now, in the recent past, you got the Emperor. The Emperor can be ruled by someone by the sign of Aries. Could be a very strong male figure in your life. The Emperor is boss energy, patriarchal energy, very strong, very much also into traditions, and someone very creative as well, who manifests, very good at that. Fiery energy, male fire energy, can be controlling and domineering. Someone like this that was in your recent past. Now, in your recent future, you get the Tower. The Tower is the breaking down of an old way of thinking. It could be anything from as mild as getting an epiphany about something and having some kind of realization that it's not what you thought it was, all the way to literally having your life like turned upside down. Now, at the moment, it might feel like a shock. It might feel like a big deal, but the Tower, what I love about the Tower, and I love the Tower card, I love the Death card, it's always about a new, clean, fresh beginning. And you see that too with the Fool card at the end. Because whatever doesn't survive the Tower wasn't strong enough to begin with. So, better to be gone with that and to move on to more better things. You, right now, you've got the Six of Wands, Victory. You see, both of these cards are very much into going after what you want, but a little bit in an egoic way, not so much in a sentimental, lovey-dovey or grounded energy. This is, you got air and fire energy here. This is a lot of going after something, confidence, speaking your mind. It's aggressive. It's feeling victorious. With the Six of Wands, it's getting probably notoriety for what you do or skills that you have, and it's giving you this feeling like wanting to go forward and get more and do things for the challenge of and win at the. You got King of Swords too. All of this seems to be based around victory, winning, the challenge, that kind of energy, and using your logic and reason and fairness as well, your analytical skills to be able to manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Now, there's some kind of reality collapse here with the Tower card, something that's going to unravel, something that's going to break down an old way of thinking. That's in the recent future. Now, if this is about you being overly cocky, be mindful, because right next to you, you see Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands comes right after Six of Wands, obviously. It's when, after you've come home victorious. And you know, traditionally in the tarot, the Six of Wands, the person's riding in on their horse. Okay, back with everybody cheering. Not everybody in the crowd is cheering. They'll always say that with the Six of Wands. Some of them are haters in the crowd. So it's always a note of caution with the Six of Wands not to be overly confident, overly cocky. And here's why. Because then Seven of Wands comes, and here's when they want to challenge your victory. Challenge what you've worked hard for. And then you have to defend yourself. Now, in this card, they've depicted it with like one mother here with two of her cubs, pups, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. And this kind of feeling like you need to stand up and defend what you've worked hard for, what you've become known for, what you're successful for. And this Seven of Wands is called the Hero card. What's implied here is that you will be victorious. As with the Six of Wands, it's a card of victory. Just like the Knight of Swords, it's about having that confidence to go out there. It's that youthful, you know, kind of high energy, not mincing your words, going forward, feeling like you have the skills and the ability to go forward and challenge anybody. That kind of energy going forward. Now, in your hopes and fears, Eight of Pentacles, it's to put in the time to master something. Now, generally speaking, Eight of Pentacles is about work, putting in time to work and become a master at whatever your craft is. For some of you, it might be creative work here with the Three of Pentacles, especially artistic work. So writing, music, painting, that kind of thing. So Eight of Pentacles is where you're going to put that work in. Now, in love and romance, Eight of Pentacles is about having humility. It's about gallantry and chivalry, having that ego on the shelf. So being able to work things out and having that focus on working things out as opposed to just winning the argument. But in the underlying energy here and you, it's all about winning. Outcome. Because of this news, whatever it is, this epiphany, whatever it is, this reality collapse that comes, the Fool card comes out, and that is a major arcana card, as is this Tower moment, and the Emperor and the Hierophant. The outcome will be a fresh, new, clean start, a new beginning. And this is a wonderful card. A lot of people, you know what, one other person I think got the Fool card as well. And it's a good thing. Okay, it's a new beginning, because whatever didn't stand that Tower moment is gone, and now it's a new beginning. And then you've got the King of Swords on the bottom. Could be representative of someone who's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your life. If not, this is speaking, the energy of it is about being fair, logical, using reason over your emotions. Now, even with the passions and the inspiration with the wands, you've got Six of Wands, and that's about being victorious. Not so much about, you know, kind of pursuing someone that you care so much about, because this is a love reading. It's about winning. It's about going after what you want. So I feel like for some of you, it might be a third-party situation, kind of where your mind is on it, and subconsciously you are feeling like it would be a challenge, and it might be exciting to you. But it's just always that note of caution to not be overly cocky or overly confident here. This is the one. All right, so we got this one, and this is growing towards rebirth. It's easy to love the butterfly, a symbol of hope and emergence into new life. The path of the caterpillar may seem somewhat less blessed. Yet, without the caterpillar, the butterfly cannot be. Accept that which is ending, so you can open up and receive that which is beginning. This is the flow of life. So accept this ending, because something else is beginning. All right, so there's definitely an element of endings here with the Tower moment and the fresh clean start, new beginning, endings and new beginnings. Let me pull a Gabrielle Bernstein Oracle card for you. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 21st to the 31st. Okay, and it fell on here, the 2 confidence cards, so we'll talk about that. I begin my day with love, beautiful, and I let my intimate relationships be my greatest learning devices for spiritual growth and healing. So those are your greatest learning devices, your personal relationships for spiritual growth and healing. All right, let's continue here. This is Denise Lynn's Gateway Oracle cards. Can we get a card for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 21st to the 31st? Looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. On the bottom, we have embracing the future. Step into the future with an open heart. So let's read about this. Looking deeper. Things are not always as they seem. Look deeper into the situations and relationships in your life. Something that seems closed may in fact be just ready to open. If you go beneath the surface, you may find hidden gems of truth, light, or abundance. This is a time to engage and reflect. It might be worth taking a second look at something you previously passed over. Imagine a mystical mountain lake where you can see the reflection of the sky and trees, but when you look beneath the surface, you can see sparkling gems in the crystal clear depths. These treasures are meant for you. By exploring hidden crevices in your soul, you will begin to uncover even more profound levels of the vast majesty within yourself. Now, questions to ask yourself. Regarding my relationships with myself and others, is there an area in which I should look deeper? If I need to go beneath the surface of a situation in my life, how should I proceed? Is there anything that I'm not seeing in my life? All right, now I'm going to move on to Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and I'm going to read the relationship message as well as the general oracle message. So there's a general oracle message, and then there's a relationship, prosperity, and protection message. I'm not going to read the other two because it's a love reading. All right, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 21st to the 31st. Chop wood. This is a card of not worrying too much in your relationships about trying to put pressure on this and like, will it work out and all this. Is saying just keep it simple and, you know, do what you need to do, your chores, dishes, all that stuff, and don't put so much pressure on this. By the book, 11 is to do things by the book and not to act too rebellious, basically. But let's read about chop wood. 42. Being grounded in everyday experience, humility. All right. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it's in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. The relationship message. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are in the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple. Just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. All right. Now I'm going to read the last oracle card. This is Whispers of Love from Angela Hartfield. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. Lovely. All right. On the bottom we have treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. And that's just saying spending time with your kids or your family, things of that nature, to letting people that's in your life know that you care about them. Okay, 13. You drew this card because you have many miracles happening in your life right now. The angels are asking you to look at how things are. Look again. You will find that your life has been filled with many miracles and blessings, and that's looking deeper as well. All right, Virgo, that was your reading for March 21st to the 31st. Please check out some of these other videos I'm going to link at the end of this video. And thank you for watching. Talk to you soon and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.